What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JSiX, bringing y'all another video. We got a two-game LPL slate tonight, between Rogue Warriors versus Estar and BLG versus WE. For this video, I'll be breaking down the matchups, give y'all some statistics, who I like, and then at the end of the video, I'll pull up my Draftkings or whatever and show y'all some roster construction tips, along with some slate strategies, stuff like that. So let's get started. So Rogue Warriors, they're 3-8, minus 134. E-Star on the other hand, minus 106. Record 3-8, same record as Rogue Warriors. This game is essentially a pick 'em. So let's break down some stats. Pull it up right here. So Rogue Warriors, they're averaging 13.5 kills per game and dying an insane 16.7 deaths per game. So obviously this is a team that likes to fight. Um, they're averaging a 62% first blood percentage. And what that essentially means is they're forcing the issue. They want to snowball early, and that's usually the reason why they have such a high kills per game. And that's not kills per game in wins, that's just kills per game in general. So even in losses, usually they're producing quite a bit of kills. E-Star on the other hand, they're averaging 12.7 kills per game and 14.7 deaths per game. So obviously they're fighting just as much, just not dying as much. Some advantages that E-Star have are they have a 53 goal differential at 15 minutes. That's really nothing. Looking at these stats, obviously you guys can't see it on screen. But uh, Estar, they don't really have an advantage. I think they have a disadvantage in this matchup actually, just through roster synergy. Obviously, Rat is a new ADC, replacing Wink. He's looked good, but right, there's not much data on the guy, so can't go off that. But if Rogue Wars bans Ash, then who knows? There's too much uncertainty with E-Star. And obviously, you guys see Irma replacing Fen. I'm pretty sure Irma should be better by Fen. I'm not sure because Fen looked terrible. Um, Either way, this game projects really well for whoever wins. But I have Rogue Warriors winning just because there's more things going their way, right? 3-game win streak looked good in this new patch, along with E-Star having a lot of roster synergy and uncertainty, like I mentioned. So if you guys are targeting Rogue Warriors, Zhuji, you have to play him. Should do extremely well. As we saw the last time E-Star played OMG, SMLZ, I think he had 60 fantasy points in one game. And even if Rogue Warriors lose, they should produce okay. And yeah, I wouldn't touch Irma unless you're playing GPPs, because like I said, they could just be giving him one game to see how he does. And yeah, see what he has. Going on the next game, WE versus BLG. WE is a minus 286, 7-4 record. BLG is plus 195, 4-6 record. Let's break down this game. So, W is coming off a loss versus LGD. They got outclassed, outdraft, and just got shitted on. BLG on the other hand are coming off a convincing win versus DMO. And ever since Meteor came back in the starting lineup 5 games ago, they are 3-2, um, losing to Suning and IG in game 3. So they're obviously a team that's not going to get smoked. Some advanced stats to look at in this game are obviously everyone knows Teacher Mar has a very limited champion pool. Galio, his most played champ, 10 games played. Aurelian Soul, 5 games played, but that champion doesn't really matter because it sucks in this current patch. And then obviously, yeah, Twisted Faith and Rumble, where he doesn't look that good in. So Teachamar doesn't get Galio. Uh, he's in a world of hurt. Um, but looking at this game, WE are the favorites. If you're targeting WE, J Mung is definitely someone to target. Has a 77.8 kill participation rate, so meaning um, he's involved in a lot of the kills. Uh, and Beijing has a 77%. So like I said, this game is probably gonna be played through bot lane, right? So W wins. You can expect Beijing missing and Jaemong to perform pretty well. Some advantage that they have. These teams are basically pretty even in economy. W actually has a very low first blood rate, 38%. They're averaging 13.2 kills per game, 12.4 deaths per game. Uh, BOG on the other side have a 48% first blood rate, 11.6 kills per game, 13.5 deaths per game. Like I said, economy's pretty much even. Um, BOG side, Meteor has an insane, almost an 80% kill participation rate, along with Fofo, who has a 71% kill participation rate, and I think that bodes well for BOG. Um, what these numbers basically tell us is BOG like playing through mid, Meteor and Fofo should definitely tilt Teacher Mar tonight. Um, and that's why I like BLG as a three-man stack with Meteor and Fofo and target the team slot. Of course, you can get Wings. Um, he's performed okay. 62.7 kill participation rate. Like I said, they don't really play through bot lane. And usually when, for me at least, when I target an ADC, I usually like to target the support. But Zenmo has a very low kill participation rate, and his champion pools consists of champions that um, are hard to get assists, right? For those of you guys that don't know, some champions get assists easier than others. Um, but yeah, let's dive into the roster construction and slate strategies. Alright, Win Daily family. I'm gonna give you guys my core plays and slate strategies. As I mentioned in my breakdown, I listed the teams that I want that are gonna win. But I'm gonna give you guys some roster construction tips on how to round out your lineups for tonight. Either you're playing GPP or cash. Alright, so let's start with cash. If you're playing cash, obviously a lot of people are gonna be on Rogue Warriors and WE, which makes sense, right? Um, I feel like if you're on two favorites, I would just play cash. And if you're on like, let's say you're on Estar and BLG, definitely play GPPs. There's no need to play cash with those um, two underdogs. Definitely reduce your bankroll because, like I said, in order to win in GPPs, you have to get both teams right with the highest performing players, or if people have heavy ownership in the favorites and the two favorites bust, you're obviously going to have leverage there. Anyways, like I said, cash, Rogue Warriors, WE. I'll start off with jungle. I don't know. Let's see. Um, you probably want to play Zuuji, Aro, Wooming, right? Those are usually the top three producing players for Rogue Warriors, and they look very solid ever since patch, I think, 0.14, the latest patch. They haven't lost. Um, so there's that. Obviously, mid, I wouldn't touch Teacher Mar on WE. He's looked terrible. I think they're going to bench him pretty soon. Limited champion pool. He's just not the best player. They usually are playing through the bot lane in J Mung. you would probably stack, since you have captain with Zuwuji, good correlation would be Lei, just because of yeah, my core plays tonight are Haro, Wuming, and Zuwuji. I think Rogue Warriors pull this one out. Obviously, that matches a hedge. I'm more confident in BLG getting a W. If you're targeting BLG, like I said, definitely target Fofo. He should destroy Teacher Mar tonight if BLG wins. And if WE wins, just look for J Mung to pop off, along with Beijing. But I think medias are a really good jungler. So, like I said, Estar, Rogue Warriors, that game is basically a pick 'em, and I think BLG is a live dog, even though the odds don't suggest so. Anyways, like I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, if this video gets a good amount of likes, I'll be doing these more videos often. But as of right now, you can expect them at least once or twice a week for the Wednesday and Thursday slates. Like I said, um, let's get this money tonight, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.